In this question, we're told to find the 7th term and 11th term of the GP 81, 70, 27, and 9. So the question says, find the 7th term and the 11th term of the GP 81, 27, 9, 66. So how do we approach this solution? The 7th term and this 11th term. So we have the first term already. Forget. So given our A to be what? To be 81. Our common difference is what? Is division. T2 minus T1. This is T1, this is T2. So T2 minus T1, T2 minus T1 is going to give me what? 27 over 81. And that is 1 over 3. And then we have our 7th term. Our 7th term is what? T7 A raised power of 6. Okay? And then our 11th term, T11, is what? A raised power of 10. Okay, so how do we approach this? So for our T7 is going to give us, we have our A already, right? So our A is what? 81. Our R is 1 over 3. So 1 over 3 to the power of 6. The power of 6. So what are we going to have? T7 is equal to 81, open bracket. That's 1 over 3 raised power 6. Okay? So, and then for this 81 is going to give me 3 raised power 4, right? Without using calculator, let's use law of indices. So we have times 1 over what? 3 raised power 6. So we have it as what? 3 raised power 4 minus 6 from here. So it's going to give me what? 3 raised power minus 2. And then I have 1 over 3 raised power 2. That's going to be 1 over 9. That's my answer. So this is for T7. Now for T11. T11 is going to give me 81. And then 1 over 3 to the power of what? 10. So 81 and then 1 over 3 raised to the power 10. We have, like this one, we have 3 raised to the power 4 times 1 over 3 raised to the power 10. So we have 3 to the power of 4 minus 10. We have 3 raised to the power minus 6. And then that's going to give us what? 1 over 3 raised to the power of what? 6. 1 over 3 raised to the power of 6 is what? Is 729. 729. How this is clear enough. So we have our T7 to be this. We have our T11 to be this. To be AR raised to the power 10. So now if we put our values, oh, I made a mistake here. It ought to be R, not D. So our common ratio, we got it as what? 1 over 3. This is 90. Okay, this is 90, correct. So we have T7 is equal to 81, 1 over 3, right? 1 over 3 to the power of what? 6. For our T11 is going to give us 81 for A, right? And then our R, which is what? 1 over 3, and then first power of what? Of 10. So if we simplify this further, you have 81 times this from here, and then if you simplify this to have the same power as this, we're going to have 3 raised to the power 4. And then for further simplification, using law of things, if you are multiplying like this, you can write like this, you're going to what? You're going to subtract. So you have 3 raised to the power 4 minus 10. And that's going to be 3 raised to the power minus 6. And then I can bring this down again to give me what? 1 over 729. 1 over 729. So let's look at another subtopic now. So the sum nth of a GP. The sum of an n stem of a GP. Now, in this case, we're going to be having two formulas we're going to be using. Two formulas. Let me write them out. In this case, we have the sum to be Sn 1 minus r raised to the power of n, and then 1 minus r. And then the second one is what? A to the power of r raised to the power n minus 1 over r minus 1. Now, if you notice, they look similar, but they are what? They are different. But they are different. In this case, we use this one when r is less than the number. When r is less than n. Than 1. In this case, when r is less than 1, we use this one. We use the first one. Let me note that's A, this is B. While in the second one, we use one when r is greater than 1. When r is greater than 1. So let's see some examples and let's see how we can tackle them. So this is a YF question, and then the question says, question 1 under this, the question says the third term of a GP is 360, and the sixth term is 111215. We're now told to find the one. This is a 3-1 question. The first one says common ratio 2. The first term 3. Sum of the first 4 terms. Like I said, this is a YF question, and then it is so it's one of the questions given in the theory. So this is 360. So let's read the question again. I told you to approach the question by reading it twice. So we have the third term of a GP is 360, and the sixth term is 1215. Find the number 1, the common ratio. The first term, the common ratio is what? Is R. Don't forget that. The first term is what? Is A. And then the sum of the 4 first terms, we don't know them. Because we started from the third here, and then we have sixth. So in between, then are some numbers, and some values that we don't know. That is what we want to get right now. So let's begin by getting the common ratio. So we have the top term, which is what? T3 is equal to AR raised to the power of what? 2. Like we solved. The top term is what? 360. Okay? And the sixth term is T6 is equal to what? AR raised to the power of what? Of 5. And then we're given as 1, 2, 1, 5. We're going to look for the common ratio and the first term, okay, and then the sum of the first 4 terms. So let's begin by solving. And then how do we do this? We're going to subtract equation 2 from equation 1. This is equation 2. This is equation 1. So let's have it now. So we have AR raised to the power of 5 is equal to 1215, and then AR to the power of 2 is equal to what? 360. So now the first thing we're going to do here is to what? Eliminate the first term. I told you that we are doing GP, we deal with what? With division for the common ratio. We deal with what? With division. So if I divide this by this now, so my A is going to cancel out. I'll be left with what? R to the power of 5 over 2 over R raised to the power 2. So I have 1215 over what? Over 360. Over 360. So if you divide 125. This is a big number, and then this one is also a big number. So 1215 divided by 15 is going to give me what? 81. 360 divided by 15 is going to give me what? 24. It's giving me 24. So we can still simplify this one further by dividing by 3. 81 divided by 3 will give me what? 27. 24 divided by 3 is going to give me what? It's going to give me what? 8. So I have 27 over 8. Okay? So now, from law of indices, if you have a number like this, or let me write it here for clarity, it's equal to what? 27 over 8. From law of indices, if you have a number like this, you are dividing, you will do what? You subtract. I'm going to pick one of them. So we have 5 minus 2 is equal to what? 27 over 8. Okay? So r raised to the power of 3 is equal to 27 over 8. Now, the cube root of this is going to give me what? The cube root of 27 will give me what? 3. And the cube root of 9 is going to give me what? 2. So I have my r to be 3 over 2 or 1 over 1 over 2. But we are not done yet. Okay? We are still going to look for our a, the value of our a. So we are going to input that into one of the equations here. And for simplicity's sake, let's choose the first one, which is equation 1. So we have our AR square is equal to 360. Okay, so if we impute our R into equation 1, it's going to give us what? A 3 over 2 is equal to what? 360. Right? So we have a, open bracket, 9 over 4 is equal to what? 360. So we have our 9a over 4 is equal to 360. So we will cross multiply. Our 9a is equal to what? 360 times 4 over 9 over 9. So our a will now give us what? Our a will give us 160. That is our a. So we've gotten our r and then we've gotten our a. Now, in the formula I gave us earlier, I gave us two formulas earlier because we are dealing with what? With this the sum of the nth term of a geometric progression. Now, and I told us that there's a particular formula we use when r is less than 1, and another one where we use when r is greater than 1. In this case, our r is what? 3 over 2, right? And now, in this case, r is less than 1. Okay? So that means I'm going to use what? The first equation. And what's the first equation? The first equation I gave you earlier was S is equal to A, open bracket, R minus 1 over R minus 1. What's the reason? Because R is less. R is less than 1. R is greater than 1 rather. R is greater than 1. Our R is greater than 1. So we have our A to be what? 360. We have our R to be 3 over 2. And then we have our N to be what? Our N gotten was what? 4. I mean, our N in the question, we're given that we should look for the sum of the first 4 terms. So if we continue from there, our Sn, our S4 now is going to give us what? 160 open bracket 3 over 2. We are simplifying following this. Okay, to the power of what? 4 minus 1 over 3 over 2 minus 1. All main brackets. Okay? So, from here, what I did from here was that I got the value of my R, which is what? Our common ratio. Okay? And then I imputed this my R into equation 1. Okay? And then I began to simplify. So I have 3 over 2 raised to power 2 is equal to what? 360. And from here, I also have when I simplify further, I have 3 times 3 raised to power 2, that gave me 9. 2 raised to power 2 gave me what? Gave me 4. It's equal to what? 360. So A times 9 is going to be 9A, and then over 4 is equal to 360. If you cross multiply, we're going to have 9A over 9. This 4 is going to come and meet this, and that's why we have this. And then we divide both sides by 9, also get A. And then when we divide both sides by 9, we got what? We got 160. That is 9 and 36 and 40. So 40 times 4 gave me what? 160. Now, earlier I gave us two formulas. We are dealing with the sum of an nth term. I gave us one formula. I gave us this one as the second one. I also gave us this one. Sn is equal to what? A to the power of 1 minus r raised to the power n. 1 minus r. Okay? Now, don't forget I told us that we use this one when r is less than 1. That is, 1 is greater than what? Greater than 1. Greater than r in this case. But in this case, our r was gotten as what? 3 over 2. If I divide 3 over 2, if I divide 3 by 2, I'm going to have what? 1.1. That means our r is greater than what? Than 1. That means I'm going to be using this one. Okay, now I repeated my values. I have a to be what? 160. I have my r to be what? 3 over 2. And I have my n to be what? To be 4. And this was given in the question. We're just to look for the sum of the first 4 terms. Okay, now minus 1. So, and then I have my r again to be what? 3 over 2 minus